Venice Island, it's overrated.
Okay, we're gonna kind of play devil's advocate in this video. We actually love Venice Island, but we're gonna give you some reasons why maybe you don't need to be there if you think you need to.
And we're getting started right now.
So I think a lot of people, when they think of Venice, if they've been to Venice, or maybe they've just seen a lot of videos, a lot of the B-roll shots you're going to see are from Venice Island, because that's kind of like the hot spot, the place to be, where all the action is, the downtown, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people kind of fantasize about living there.
Yes, but living on Venice Island, it's not always affordable. Depending on what you're looking for, you could find a condo there, but then you have to remember that there is an HOA fee that you have to pay a month. Homes on the island are a lot more expensive than anywhere else in the surrounding areas. And for most people, it's just not doable. Like, especially if you have a family, living in a condo might not be the best, especially because our condos are pretty small. You can find a 3-bedroom on the island, but it's going to be expensive and it might still be small.
Yeah, and I think the biggest reason why we think it is quote unquote playing devil's advocate here, because we do love the island, is overrated though, is you don't need to be on the island to be able to have everything and experience the island on a daily basis, because it's such a short drive. If you live anywhere in South Venice, Venice Gardens, Nokomis, North Venice,
even Northport or Englewood. I mean, Englewood, it's got its own little downtown too. But if you do love the island, Englewood's not that far of a drive either.
And I would say just about anywhere in, like, if you're like in South Venice, Venice Gardens, like any of the like Venice surrounding areas, tops, you're probably looking at a 15-minute drive to get to the downtown. And again, that's tops. So it's not like it's gonna take you that long to get there. It's not like we go there all the time. I would say we get there at least 4 or 5 days a week, and we don't live on the island. It's probably about a 10-ish minute drive for us, and it's not a big deal at all. We'll just go there on a whim just because we feel like it all the time.
Yeah, and it's nice to, we both work from home, so it's nice to get out of the house, and sometimes we'll just do it like, or we need to do something else and we end up driving to the island for no reason at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't need to live on the island to experience all of that. A lot of people think that in order to live in Venice, you have to be on the island because that's the city of Venice. And they won't consider Venice or South Venice as part of Venice City. So for a lot of people, if you say, you know, I'm in South Venice or I live in South Venice, it's like, oh, that's not Venice at all. Which to us, it's really...
Kind of is, but it isn't. Yeah, I don't know. To me, Venice is all of it. But yeah, at the same time, Venice Island, I could see why some people do call that's just Venice. Mm-hmm. We just call it the island to distinguish.
And
generally.
Most locals will call it the island, just because we consider that this whole general area is Venice. But yeah, you don't have to live there. You can find homes a lot less expensive off of the island, maybe even some condos and villas. And you can simply drive 10-15 minutes to get to the island and experience that. And I mean, like, being truthful, are you really going to be outside like every day to experience, you know, like all of the downtown? Will you always go for walks? Some people probably do, but we have our dog here and she's like distracting.
She likes to go for walks. One other thing I think that's important to point out too, as why Venice Island might be overrated. Let's say you really like to go, you know, you want a little variety. You want to go to some more big box stores. You want to get to Siesta Key, things like that. If you're on Venice Island, you could hop on Tamiami Trail, and that's going to be a little bit of a slower drive to get to those areas, or go down south maybe to Fort Myers. But if you're, let's say, a little bit more east in the city, that's going to put you a lot closer to 75, which right now is a pain to get to 75 in our opinion. It takes about 10, 15-ish, maybe sometimes more minutes, because right now Jacaranda is like one of the main roads to get there, and it's 2 lanes, like 30 miles an hour. It just feels like a drag to get to 75 and then zip up to Sarasota or zip down to Fort Myers or wherever else you might want to go. So if you're not on the island and you're especially closer east to 75, there's a lot of good advantages to that, because now you're not only close enough to get to the island within maybe 15 minutes, but you can hop on 75 a lot quicker, get up to like the UTC Mall shopping area, get to Siesta Key. You know, the options are really limitless. Even like St. Pete, you could probably get up to St. Pete in about 45, 50 minutes.
Yes, it all just depends what you're looking for in your community. If you don't mind making the 10 or 5 extra minute drive, it's really not that bad. But yeah, it can get frustrating just because traffic is very slow, and then you're trying to get to 75 and everyone's driving pretty slow and same speed limit both lanes, and yeah, it can be frustrating a little bit, but it's not a deal breaker, I would say.
Yeah. That being said, if you are looking to move to the Venice area,
make sure to call, text, or email me. I am a local realtor here. I'll have my information in the description box below.
if you have any questions about living in Venice, Florida that you want us to cover in a future video, leave a comment down below. You can see a lot more about what it's like to live in Venice, Florida. We got a bunch of videos in this playlist right here. Hit the like button and the subscribe button down below and
Live breezy.